I have a real soft spot for Tissot, a brand with real history and heritage in an affordable package. It's a great entry-level Swiss brand. The Tissot PRX has been a massive success in the last couple of years, but there is more to the brand than just the PRX. The Seastar name has been around since the 1960s, but more recently it has become Tissot's flagship dive watch collection. The collection is clearly influenced by legendary divers like the Rolex Submariner, and there are many variants with different movements, size options and colourways to choose from. But this is the Tissot Seastar 1000 Chronograph, and it's a bit of a monster. The case measures 45.5mm in diameter, with a thickness of 12.8mm, and a relatively short lug-to-lug measurement of 50mm. It's made from industry standard 316L stainless steel, and the case has a nice mixture of brushed and polished finishing. It has a screw-down crown signed with the Tissot logo, and screw-down chronograph pushers. The case back is also screwed down and engraved with the Tissot Seastar branding, a seahorse and the specifications. This all helps to boost the water resistance to 300 metres or 1000 feet, but it can be a bit of a pain. The unidirectional diver's bezel is stainless steel with a black ceramic insert. It is a 120 click bezel, and there's a little bit of play, but it's not too bad, and provides a satisfying noise when turning. The alignment is pretty good too. It has a lumed pip at the 12 o'clock position, and the crystal is a flat sapphire crystal. The dial is a beautiful fume which transitions from green in the centre to black at the outer edge. There is a running second subdial at the 6 o'clock, with a 30-minute subdial at 10 and a millisecond subdial at 2. The hour markers are polished silver with super luminova, as are the hour and minute hands. The text and other markers on the dial are all printed white. There is a date window at the 4:30, which I'm not usually a fan of, but it's done well here and blends well with the dial. The dial is very busy, but it is a chronograph after all. As previously mentioned, the lume is super luminova, and it's quite good actually. Tissot didn't skimp out on this. The movement is a quartz ETA G10.212, and as such it is very accurate and shouldn't gain or lose more than a few seconds a year. The bracelet is a Milanese or mesh bracelet, and it measures 22mm at the lugs, tapering slightly to 20mm at the clasp. It has a completely brushed finish, no polishing at all. It has a flip lock clasp which is engraved with the Tissot logo, and it's easy enough to adjust. I'm not the biggest fan of mesh bracelets, but they are very comfortable, and this one is no different. So what's the verdict? Well, it's quite big, too large for me to feel comfortable wearing. I also find the small hour markers look a little bit odd on the huge dial. I assume the same markers are used for all of the Seastar models from the 36mm model upwards, which explains why they look small. But for those who want something with a bit of presence, or those who just have bigger wrists, it's a decent option. Then again, the pushers are a bit fiddly, so if you have large fingers, it may not be easy to unscrew them. The only other thing I will say is that I'm not really sure what the watch is supposed to be. Is it a racing chronograph? Or a dive watch? Can it be both? I prefer dressier chronographs and simpler dive watches, so this watch doesn't really work for me. In general, I think the Seastar collection is nice, but it just lacks that special something that would elevate it from nice to exceptional. But if you do like the look of it, I think the quality is excellent for the money, and at $495 minus any discounts, it offers decent value. I really do like Tissot's build quality. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, it really does help. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.